otherwise was fun. But ultimately, it ended in failure. This time around, I want to win. So on a budget of only $25 per week, we're going to build a competitive PK deck that can not only beat content creators, but also top locals and take on regionals when they return. Join me on this journey to become the next king of games. This is sealed only Yu-Gi-Oh! Road to Kingship. 12 packs this week because, you know what, I just want to finish off the box. And it's still the 12th. We're still hurting from that second warning point pull, but, you know, things happen. Sometimes life is mean to you, but that's okay because, ooh, meow meow. This week we are going to pull the cards we need. We are going to pull a Torn Scales. We are going to pull a Raider's Knight. We are going to pull good cards and nothing can stop us. Gizmek, cool. So what do we still need? We need 3 Torn Scales. We need 1 Raider's Knight. We need 1 Arc Rebellion, and we need 1 Rank Up Magic. Let's pull at least some of that today. Hey, there we go, Rank Up Magic, sick. That is the best ultra, second best ultra we could have gotten. Now let's see if we can get that Raider's Knight. Point, Greethies, Dragon, Heal Eagle, Mutant Mist, Dark World, Mutant Fusion, Mutant Clash, Kieran. Okay, well at least we know we're making 1 change this week, and that's good. Now let's just hope that the second secret is good. Like, we pulled a Zeus, so maybe I won't get anything else good, but who knows. Oliver, free range monsters, suppression 1 or 8. Is it 1 or 8? Is it 1 or 0? Who knows? Maybe I'll pull 8 Torn Scales in this video. We'll find out. Gigi, that guy, Dogmaticism, UA Locker Room, Invitation as our secret. Dun dun. Sad, sad. No Torn Scales for me. I guess we'll just have to see if I can get it from more packs of this, or if we can get it from the Megatons. Oh, the Gigabyte, Mutant Blast, Juji, Hyper Stadium, Stingries, blah 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 blah. Well, we still have 1 more Ultra in this box, so maybe we'll get the Raider's Knight, because that'd be pretty sick. The Barrel Spiker, Mutant Expansion, Dual Avatar. Oh, Farigite. That's pretty cool. That's a decent Ultra. That's a decent Ultra indeed. Can't play it, but it exists. Mutant Blast, Gigi, Conjurer, Libero Spiker, Aeon, Revolt, Strange Monsters, that guy. I actually have a decent Tri-Brigade core now, because I got 2 Karoses, I got a bunch of Nervals, I got some, yeah, I got a Frigite, Mutant Beast, Natural Broker Nerval, hey, I think this is the 3rd Nerval, that's sick. Mutant Expansion, Defeating Evil, Xyz Import, GB80. Conductor of Nephthys, 1 or 8. Sangries, Resin Ryu, Jack in the Hand. Final pack. Can we at least get a Strangleanius for our super out of this? You know, something that I can use. 3rd Karos and a Rugal. Wow, we really do have a Tri-Brigade core-ish. We just don't have the good cards. Oh well. Oh, we did our best. We at least got the... Where is it? We at least got the Rank Up Magic spell card, so that's good. So at least let's go into Dark Requiem easier, which is kind of our win condition at this point. So yeah, I guess we will see you all later. I don't know what'll be opening next. It could be more Phantom Rage, or it could be Megatons. We'll find out because I'm recording this like a month before it's going up. Anyways, I hope you all have a great week, and let's see what that deck profile looks like. All right. I've created somewhat of an abomination this week. Don't flame me, okay? I think it's funny. So, this week we only really pulled the Rank Up Magic spell to make our deck better, which it's a good card, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't create a lot of change in the deck or how we play. So I decided to take on one of my challenges from one of my Discord members where they said, do a VW PK deck and win a game. So we're going to try just that, because we actually pulled some decent VW stuff. So we're going to start with 3 of the Lili. Let me get a little closer on that. Boy. There we go. So Lili is a 6-star. It's got the effect where you can target a VW on your field, send one of the 3rd type to the graveyard to special summon this, and then during the end phase it does a thing. I don't know what they do because I haven't read these cards, but it's going to be funny. The important one is that this is level 6 for your rank 6 plays. You have 3 Gigi. It's your level 3 non-tuner, so you can make the level 6 synchro monsters. We have the 1 Lulu, which is the whole reason why I decided that it might be fun to do this, because of the fact that we have the main playmaker of the deck. One Yan Yan, we've been running this before. Good card. We like it a lot in PK, so it'll probably be good here. We also have the one Lao Lao as well, so we have at least one of all the main deck VWs, which is great. We should have a few more, but, you know, we got what we got. Then we got triple King Long. This is your main spell trap that you put on the field so you can start targeting it with stuff and doing things, so you can send your traps and your monsters to the graveyard. Speaking of traps, we also have a Chuche as well. Usually run 2 to 3 of these, but I only have the one. It's a good way to get rid of monsters on your opponent's board. Finally, we also have a Kowloon as well, so it's great for placing your VW spell traps in spell trap zones for starting your plays and stuff, so I think it's pretty neat. We have an okay core, we just need a few more of each of the other cards. Anyway, we're on to our PKs now, the good old boys. We're down to one Ragged Gloves. He's the worst PK. He can only send stuff to the graveyard, which is fine, but you want better than that, so we're only running one. Still at 2 Ancient Cloaks. You know what he does. He banishes to add 1 to hand. 2 Boots. He's the best extender in the deck. He adds 1 to hand. He's just great. 3 Stained Greaves, as he's the only PK I have 3 of, and he's a good extender. And of course we've got our 1 Raider's Wing, very good extender, and he counts as a PK for the effects of Greaves and any other PK effect I might want to use. And 2 Strangleanies because he's a free special summon. Speaking of free special summons, the 1 Kagemucha, the honorary PK, and the 1 Blue Mountain Butter Spy because, you know, for now it gets the job done. We're also still running the Junk Forward because he's just really good for making the Pentastag on your first turn, so he's still pretty good. Armonite, good starter. He gets your guys in the graveyard. 1 Effect Veiler because the only hand trap we're allowed to have. Then we're running 1 of each of the rank up spells. I'm not sure if we want to run 3. I know a lot of them only run even 1 rank up spell because you're only really doing it once, so we just got the 2 just in case. Then for a power 1-ofs, Monster Reborn, great extender, gets something out of the graveyard, or get something your opponent controls out of the graveyard. Chalice is functionally a 2nd Effect Veiler, but better and worse because you can use it on your own turn. 1 Rhoda to search any PK, Foolish Burial to send any PK, and then for our traps we got the 1 Fogblade, the 1 Wing, the 1 Sword, and the 1 Shade Brigandine. And that wraps up the main deck. So all in all, you know, we'll see. We'll see. As for the monsters, so for our Synchro pool, we're running the Ascension Sky Dragon. I don't know if we can make it, but if we can, hey, we technically run 4, so we have the ability to get like 2 3s out in a 4 and go into a 10, so. Then we have the 1 Coral Dragon. This is actually really good because he's playing actual VW decks, so, you know. You can discard a card to pop a card, and when this leaves the field, you can draw a card, so it's not bad. We got the 1 Juju, which if you have 2 monsters with the same attribute but different names in your graveyard, it gets protection, and you can send 2 of those to the banish zone to pop something, which all of our PKs, same attribute, different names, and a lot of the VWs also work for that, so it's a pretty good card. Then for our Xyz, we got the Jaja, because he is an Ouch Dragoon. We have Levier the Sea Dragon, because, you know, he's just a good extender, gets something out of the graveyard. It can go into link plays. We got Breaksword, he pops stuff, he's just good overall. We have Fan, the VW Xyz monster. He's okay, he's a pop. And then, of course, the rest of it, Dark Rebellion, Dark Requiem, and Zeus. And then for our link pool, we got Bardiche, Pentastag, Decode Talker, Geonator, and Link Spider. Going a little fast, my camera's about to die, but I hope you enjoyed the deck profile. Let's get into those games. Oh boy, how about that deck profile, huh? As I stated in the profile, the challenge this week comes from Discord user Pepperoni, who said, make a VW deck and win a game 1 out of 3. I'm just gonna take this as win 1 game. 1 game in a best of 3. Because, yeah, I doubt we're winning a match this week. I just did this to be funny, to be honest, and to change things up a little bit. That way you didn't have to have the same stale deck this week as we did last week. But yeah, if you want to see me win this week, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because for every like and subscribe, my win ratio actually goes up. So the more you subscribe to me, the more you like, the more higher chance I have of winning with this abomination. Finally, make sure to join the Discord down below if you want to give me a challenge of your own, because that's where I'm getting these challenges from. I'll take a few YouTube comments, but the best bet to get yourself noticed would be joining the Discord and placing a challenge there. Finally, of course, make sure to check out my other stuff. This week I posted another episode of the Structure Deck Spin Down, where we play with the 2007 starter decks, Jaden vs. Cyrus, so you don't want to miss that, because some funky stuff happens, let me tell you what. And yeah, with all that, I don't want to tease you for much longer. Let's go to locals. and see what happens. Alrighty, let's see what this monstrosity of a deck can do at locals. We start by going first against Tri-Brigade, and I think we face this player like every week, which is pretty cool. I like the consistency. We start by normal summoning Cloak, and we get to chain Kagemucha Knight in hand. Then we get to link him off for Pentastag. And after that, we summon our Strangleanius from our hand. We link those two off for our Bardiche. We attempt to dump a PK, but sadly, he has the Ash Blossom in hand. We then banish our Cloak to add a Staingreaves to our hand. We use our Shade Brigadier's effect to summon itself and summon the Greaves in our hand. Sadly, our opponent hits us with the main deck Nibiru, and we have to end our turn. Our opponent does their bird combos and gets out a Karas. On the effect, we use our Fogblade that we did hard draw, thankfully. Our opponent moves to battle, and he hits the token, and he passes. Sadly, we cannot do anything on our turn, so we have to set and pass.
So I will.
Alright. In response, go right ahead.
How dare you!
On their turn, they do more of their bird combos, and they get out the Karas and make Harass Velgar. Then, they go into Access Code and smack for game. For game 2, we go first again, and this time we use the other half of our deck. We start our VW combos much to our opponent's shock.
Whoa!
Okay.
Blue targeting GG.
Oh shit, they're both threes. Oh my god, that's crazy. Did you just smoke screen into Virtual World?
I will, and since both your monsters
Okay,
are
we will
500,
send
Defender, go into battle phase.
Kinglong.
What in God's name is going on?
However, we do forget to use the add effect off of Lulu, so could have had a better end board, but whatever. We're able to synchro into a Coral Dragon, we set another card, and we pass. On our opponent's turn, he does some bird stuff again. You all know the line. And on the activation of Karas, we hit it with the Chalice. 2 for 2 on the gating this thing. I'm pretty proud of myself for that. He's able to normal summon the Kit though, and he uses her to make a Bear Brum. Then he links those off for a Rugal. After that, all he can do is set and pass. On our turn, we banish Kinglong to add Lao to hand and discard the Nyan Nyan. We normal summon our Strangleanius, then we use Coral Dragon to pop Karas. As we move to the battle phase, our opponent responds by using the Revolt, and he makes a Shrag. He uses the effect of Shrag to banish our Coral Dragon. After that, all we can do is pass because we can't hit over anything. On his turn, he makes the funny lad access code talker, and he takes the game.
It's gonna happen. We switch the camera angle too.
Yep.
And then Bolin banishes him, and then Bolin...
No, it's just Power Bond. In a surprising twist of events, our second match this week was against an actual real-life child, like 11 years old or something. I decided not to record that game because I don't feel comfortable showcasing, like, really young kids on here. I don't think their parents would appreciate that too much either. So, for the record and for the sake of posterity or whatever, I lost to him. Granted, he was playing Zombie World Eldritch, but I still lost to a child, so feel free to make fun of me for that. For our actual second match of this show, though, we're going to be going against Cubics, and they force us to go first. So we start with getting Uraya and getting ourselves boots. We do our combo, getting out our Bardiche. We use our Bardiche to dump a Cloak and set a Fogblade. We then banish our Cloak to add a Greaves to our hand. Then we're able to Monster Reborn to bring back our boots. This triggers to summon Greaves. And then we do some funny combo by making a Break Sword and popping itself. Then we make the Dark Rebellion and pass. And now I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know how Cubics work. He gets out a guy and we effect Veiler it, I guess. Then he gets out some more guys and negates our effect and pops our Bardiche and our Dark Rebellion? I'm not entirely sure how that works. All we can do on our turn is set and pass, and when we get back to him, he hits us with the OTK. I'll be sure to have a Corian explain this deck to me, I don't know how it works. Game 2, we force him to go first, seeing as he's the OTK deck, and all he can really do is set and pass. On our turn, we start off with the 20s and we pop his back row. We're able to combo off and make a Bardiche. We use our Bardiche to send a Gloves, and we set a Rum, because we opened the Fogblade. Now we get to go into some of the VW combos. We activate Kinglong, and we use the effect of GG in hand to target the Kinglong and bin our Nyan Nyan. When GG is summoned, this triggers the Nyan Nyan to summon itself as a tuner. Then we synchro them into our Juju. We move to battle and smack him for 4,500, we set 2 and we pass. On his turn, he uses his Trap Effect Engraved to summon from V-Joms from his deck, and then he hits us with the Young Raigeki, which, makes sense. He then sets a card and he passes to us. On our turn, we banish our Gloves to bin a Wing, and we banish the Wing to bring back the Greaves. We special summon Boots from hand, and we overlay them for a Break Sword. We attempt to pop his back row, but he chains it, This allows him to revive my boots with a counter on it that negates all my on-field effects. I think that's how that works. To get around this, we link off the boots and the break sword to make a transversor. We attack into the V-Gem with the transversor, but this backfires as V-Gem equips itself to the transversor and negates its effects. So we move to the main phase 2 and pop his other V-Gem with a Juju. And after a sneaky cut, we see that the board state has changed, and I'm able to swing for game. Finally, make to game 3. Not as interesting. We end up losing in time to a spooky dogwood off the top. What a week, huh? I'm actually pretty happy with the VWPK deck. It was not by any means good, but it was kind of fun mixing two not incompatible archetypes, but very different archetypes together, and just seeing what would happen. I made some cool boards. You didn't see the game against the actual child because I did not want to record myself playing against an actual child, but I ended up having a board of like Fan, Juju, Barty, Shay, and like Dark Rebellion as well. It's kind of cool. With that being said, we did manage to take a game off of Cubics, and because of that, we have yet another challenge completed, meaning we are only one challenge away from getting the Ulti Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon into my collection, which is great. And if you yourself would like to submit a challenge for me, make sure to join my Discord down below or leave a comment below. And if it's good enough, or if it's semi-feasible, I'll be sure to take a look at it and throw it into consideration. Next week, we'll be back to full power, not full power, but we'll be back to pure PK. We'll be opening another one of the Legendary Hero decks to get our third copy of Boots, another Fogblade, and just extra copies of all those goodies that you've come to know and love. Thank you all again for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful week.